All right, so we're here at the historic Brumder Mansion in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and this is a mansion that was built in the late 1800s by the Brumder family, and it has a little bit of a seedy past. It was possibly used in some gangster mob activity in the 20s. It's a very historic place, beautiful location, has lots of excellent antiques in it, and there's a lot of history here.
Recently in PIM, we actually decided that we want to do something different, and we decided we want to try to do control recorders, which is that everybody in our group has the exact same recorder, but we each carry them on the investigation.
And basically the premise behind this is that when you're doing an EVP session and you are recording audio during an investigation, when you're reviewing that audio later on, sometimes you think you might have an audio clip that might be an EVP. And even though if you're good, your group is good about tagging things and things like that, there's always an opportunity where you're tired and you didn't tag right and everyone else knew it was you at the time, but no one tagged it. And then after the fact, when you're reviewing the evidence, you forgot that nobody tagged this and it was actually someone else. And so you're like, well, it could be so-and-so, but we don't know. And so you're in this kind of limbo. And you always have to throw, in those situations, you should throw it out. So in an attempt to try and limit that, we've instituted these control recorders. And what we use is the Polaroid PDR400. This is a recorder that records in WAV. And we like this recorder because it's lightweight, it's inexpensive, it has very good audio recording quality. And so everyone in our group has one of these that we use as our control recorders. Now, these are recorders that we keep on our person at all times during an investigation. So this is something that we've just started doing, but we see a large benefit to our evidence review and eventually the quality of evidence that we're able to put out. We went with this recorder, but if your group prefers a different recorder, that would work as well. But again, anything is better than nothing when it comes to the control recorder. So the plasma balls, basically, they just recently came out with a battery-operated version of this, but creates plasma which jumps to the edge of the plastic ball here, and when you get close to touching it, it actually can influence the streams of plasma that are coming from this diode here. If you actually touch it, you can see it actually intensifies that stream of plasma. In touching it, I'm just getting close to the surface that follows. When you actually touch it, you get that more intense beam, and it spreads out along the entire surface that I'm touching it. You let go. Now, the point of using this during a paranormal investigation is that, we use a lot of different things to try to get spirits to manipulate items, and maybe that takes a lot of energy. So with this, if it has any sort of mass, it would be able to manipulate this, and if it can actually touch it, then you would be able to see that easily. But if not, maybe it could just, get close enough to it that it would be able to cause something like this to happen. So it's just another kind of different tool that can be tried to utilize to, I don't know if you want to say communicate with spirits, but see if you can get some sort of anomalous readings or anomalous results with this, and then kind of move on from there. The other theory is that the spirit might have no clue what this is, and it might be interested in it simply because of, the fact that it doesn't know what it is. It also is a form of energy, so it could be acting as some sort of a battery source too as well. So that's the plasma ball, and it looks really cool. All right, this is a radiometer, and this is basically demonstrating the first law of thermodynamics. And what is in here is there's some fins, and on one side the fins are black, on the other side they're white, light in color. And this is in a semi-vacuum. And so basically what this is showing is when light and infrared light, visible light, ultraviolet light will all make this spin to a certain degree. It will heat up the dark side of the air that is on the black side of the fins. It will cause a current to occur because the air is warmer on one side of the fins than the other. And as you can see, even though this is in a vacuum, it is causing the fins to spin. They'll always spin in the same direction. And we can use this in paranormal investigation by trying to get a spirit to either stop the fins from spinning or getting them to spin in the opposite direction.